If you just give pointers and we start as spontaneous.
Hello everybody and welcome. This week's episode is dedicated to Karin and Coen from Line Cruising Adventure. We've met up with them over here in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. They've been on the road since 2003 and they are a real inspiration to us.
My name is Karin.
My name is Coen. We are just always together. We have our own language. It's a combination of English and Dutch, and sometimes we throw in some Spanish. We're totally not aware of it. And Coen always talks so slow, and this person says, are you forgetting your own language? We have the fastest vehicle you can imagine.
Downhill.
And really inconspicuous as well. I mean, it's yellow and brown, so it sort of fades away in the mountains.
Looks like a creme brulee. A Total Land Cruiser 1984.
It's about the slowest vehicle imaginable. But that's okay.
It can go fast, but it just... Downhill.
We can't have headwind, and we also learned in Siberia that we can't have a snowstorm from the side because then it snows inside.
Rain is also a no-no.
So, but otherwise we have a great car, really. We love it.
It is a great car.
It is a great car. It's a good house on wheels.
Not Australia.
Not North America. Not New Zealand.
Not Scandinavia.
Not Portugal. We went to Asia.
Asia.
And South America. And back to Asia, because Asia is simply great. What's there not to like about Asia?
Not?
Not?
You don't like the food?
Well, depends. I love Korean food. I don't like Thai food, it's too spicy.
I like Thai food.
Vietnam food was very good.
It was very good.
And India was also good.
I gained 15 kilos in
10 kilos. Only 10 kilos.
Only 10.
In 4 months. In India you have these delicious curry dishes, but they are super, super rich. What? You're not eating all that? Okay, I'll take it too. So the first part, 15 years ago when we left, we drove from the Netherlands along the south route. So via Turkey, Iran, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. At the time you could not drive through Myanmar, so we shipped to Singapore and then drove up to Southeast Asia, the Southeast Asian countries. And then we shipped to South America, to Argentina, with the idea to drive to Alaska in about 4 years. But, you know, this Land Cruiser, we had a lot of headwind and
we
side
said
wind.
hasta Alaska, we said.
Yeah. And, well, anyway,
then,
it's a fascinating continent. It's just too beautiful not to stay a long time. And it's super easy in terms of visa and car papers. Especially for Europeans, it's easy, I should say. As Europeans, we don't have to apply for any visa.
You European?
I am, sometimes depending. And you don't need a carnet de passage. So we spent 9 years in South America. The distances are huge, humongous. So it also just takes time if you really want to explore a bit of the main roads and see.
If you want, you can do that in a, you know, we meet people that drive from all the way north Alaska to south in 6 months.
You can do
yeah,
that.
you can do
but
that.
That will never be our way. After 9 years, I thought it would be good to have a change of scenery. And so I didn't ask. I said, let's do something else. And let's go back to Asia. And go to Korea and Japan. And
have some real snow.
Well, I didn't think about it at the time.
No,
I think
that's true.
It was about learning new languages and really being challenged again in a country that you really know nothing about.
Outside of your comfort zone.
So we went back to Asia, but now focused on the northern side, so South Korea and Japan, and then to Siberia. And because we are so very good at planning, we decided we've had one winter, we are not going to do another winter.
We weren't going to spend the winter in Siberia.
We stayed more time in South Korea just to avoid being in winter in Siberia. We managed beautifully not to understand properly how the visa worked, and so we ended up in Siberian winter.
Yes, the place where we had trouble starting was -40 during the day.
And then we come to Kazakhstan, it was still cold, and now we're in Kyrgyzstan. Awesome people called GrizzlyNbear.
What?
Yeah, the grizzly and the bear.
Jeez. Who was the bear? Never heard of that.
Really?
Must be Aussies and Frenchies.
Which country has grizzlies? neither Australia nor France, as far as I know. Wrong title. We did a big break after, I don't know how many years, 8 or 9 or something. We stayed 1 year in Suriname. We rented an apartment. And that's because we needed a break, but also we needed to figure out how we were going to earn our money, and we needed a lot of internet to do some research on all kinds of things, which was really nice. And then after a year we were really ready to be back on the road. But we thought maybe we'll do that more often, you know, stay in place for a longer period of time, but we just like being on the road. Maybe because we don't go fast and tend to stay long and tend to stay with people. We don't stay fit at all right now.
We have sex every night and that's it. Right?
Of course.
Yeah, very fit.
Of course. So sometimes we do running, sometimes we do yoga, and we do our long distance hikes now. We will do our 3rd long distance hike in Turkey, so I'm sure after that we'll be fit again.
Normally we would be running and stuff like that, but winters in Siberia, minus 20 on average. I mean, that's not funny to go running outside.
And in Siberia they have bears, so
yeah.
no trail running in Siberia.
I'm not worried about bears.
I am, so you're not allowed to go.
We did celebrate New Year's Eve together, and it was an absolute pleasure to spend a few weeks with them after that. 1 minute to the New Year! Yay! We had just met Karin and Coen, but we had an instant connection, just like we had been friends forever.
Bonsoir, madame.
Bonsoir, Frenchie.
Probably filming. Yeah, exactly. We're waiting for the snap.
Yeah, no, everybody does. Cheers.
We love shopping at the local bazaar. Karin and I were both excited to get some fresh fruit and vegetables. We cooked some healthy and delicious food together.
We've got Karin and Coen with us from Land Cruising Adventure. This is where we came the other day to try and access this rock climbing area. It's all fenced off, the valley, it's like we've got to go through some sort of farm or something, and I'm not going to go crossing fences and stuff. I read online that it's no problem, so we're going to give it another crack today, see if we can't get ourselves to the climbing area or kicked out for trespassing. It'll be one or the other. So successful. We did see a guy and he just gave us a nod, waved us through. We told him we're alpinists coming in to climb and he said no problem. So here we are, climbing in Kyrgyzstan.
I said to myself, you cannot wait and see.
Through rock climbing, we gave them the opportunity to experience something new. It can be mentally and physically challenging to get to the top of a cliff. They both did very well.
Yeah, good. No, he's made it.
Don't distract Lee talking, please.
Okay.
She's out of her mind, but at least I let her be everything she ever needs to be.
We agreed that Lee had to give up skiing and go back to his all-time favorite, snowboarding.
No more ski for me.
How long since you've been skiing?
16 years. Good afternoon.
Let's go skiing, man!
She's out of her mind, but at least I let her be everything she ever needs to be. I might be out of my mind, and I know it's hard to see. All she ever wants is me.
beautiful day.
No problem, thank you.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I will talk slowly and you have to cut.
We'll leave that to them to explain.
We rob banks.
He does.
Of items. That's why we're on the run.
Please join us next week for some beautiful scenery and another cultural experience in Kyrgyzstan.